Good day, Mom. Today I will show to you a different scenario in a classroom, it is all about the on how to facilitate the learner-centered teaching. The first scenario that I will show to you is all about I will ask some questions to my students regarding the topic that we have been tackled yesterday, which it is there is which is to review them if they understand and learn the topic that we have been tackled yesterday and if they have studied it last night. Good day, class. I am Miss PMA D. Quijada, your teacher for today. Before we are going to start to our new lesson, can somebody tell me their insights or understanding regarding to our topic that we have been tackled yesterday? Okay, Claudine, can you tell me what is our topic yesterday? Can I answer to your questions? Our topic that we have been tackled yesterday is all about the periodic table of elements, in which we talk about the history of the periodic table and who are the scientists who found the periodic table and the one who contributes a lot in arranging it. Okay, Claudine, it's good to know that you have learned from the lesson that we have tackled yesterday. Okay, let's proceed to our new topic, which is the groups and periods of the periodic table. But let's start it with an activity. This activity is entitled Guess What? There are a lot of set of elements, then you need to tell or put if ever this set of elements are a groups or a periods. Okay, class, start your activity. Okay, are you done with your activity? Can you pass your papers in the front? Today, I will ask you some questions regarding on the activity that we have done today. From this activity, what did you have learned? Okay, Mark. I have learned from the activity today that the periods and groups in the periodic table of elements is really important because it contributes a lot throughout our lesson in learning the periodic table of elements. That to locate the periods and groups is essential to us in knowing more about the periodic table of elements. Very good, Mark, that you have learned from the activity that we have done today. Can somebody tell me what is a basis in locating the periods and the groups in a periodic table? Ma'am, can I answer your second question? The basis in locating the periods and groups in the periodic table is that the periods is always in a single horizontal row in the periodic table and all elements in a row have the same number of electron shells and there is always 7 periods in the periodic table with each one beginning at the far left. While the basis in locating the groups in the periodic table is that groups is like a family that is as in a vertical column of elements that have a similar physical and chemical properties, and the groups are always identified by the number across the top of the periodic table, and there are always 18 numbered groups in the periodic table. What a fantastic answer, Bia. Yes, that you have already explained to your classmates the basis in locating the periods and groups in the periodic table, and it helps a lot to your classmates that they have learned from it. What is the periods and groups in the periodic table of elements? Can somebody explain it in the class? Ma'am, can I answer your last questions? What is the Okay, I will explain that what is the periods and groups. The periods is a single horizontal row in the periodic table where all elements in a row have the same number of electrons. And there are 7 periods in the periodic table, with each one beginning at the far left. A new period begins when a new principal energy level elements begins filling with electrons, and period 1 has only 2 elements, which is the hydrogen and helium, while the periods 2 and 3 have 8 elements. The group is a family is a vertical column of elements that have a similar physical and chemical properties. Groups are always identified by number across the top of the periodic table, and there are 18 numbered groups in the periodic table. The F black columns between the groups 3 and 4 are not numbered. That's all about the groups and periods of the periodic table. Fantastic, Celine, that you explained thoroughly to your classmates about the groups and periods of the periodic table and elements, which they understand it effectively and learn from your explanation. Keep up the good work. Okay, now that you have understand already about the periods and groups in the periodic table and how to locate it, then that's all about our activity for today and our lesson for today. Hope you learn and study it furthermore. And class, please be motivated in learning, because motivation is knowing you are learning, growing, and succeeding towards your desired outcome while sustaining a positive momentum. And always remember that the capacity to learn is a gift, the ability to learn is a skill, and the willingness to learn is a choice. So, please choose to learn and be motivated.